Guys, welcome. Welcome to the most informative, condensed, and compact, valuable piece of content I've ever created in my life. Chances are, if you're here, you want to become a stronger, better looking, more confident version of yourself. You want to become the best you, okay? In this video, I'm going to go over how I went from a skinny, shy, timid kid to the most confident, lean, and jacked version of myself, and how I crafted the man I am today. In this video, I go over the systems, the habits, and basically the path to become the you that you desire and that you clicked on this video for. So guys, before I implemented these systems, I identified as the classic hard gainer. I was not gifted genetically. I was always skinny. As I said earlier, I was shy. I couldn't pack on muscle. I didn't have the definition or the size that I wanted so badly. And as a result of this, I lacked confidence. I didn't have success in my dating life. And I really craved having bulletproof confidence and a bulletproof mindset as well. And I knew something had to change. I knew I could be better and I knew I could be more. So I went on a relentless journey to pursue self-development to become the greatest version of myself I could possibly be. Now, I have almost a decade of experience seeking personal development and crafting the formula I'm sharing in this video that helped me get to where I want to go. Habits are everything, guys. We're going to go over a lot of habits in this video that created who I am today that will help you create the version of yourself that you want to see in the mirror. And I want to let you guys know, I want to preface, anybody can achieve these results. I am not special. I'm not a genetic specimen. I'm no different than you. By implementing the right structure and having the right mindset and approaching life with a certain determination, you guys can do it. Anyone can do it. And I have countless examples of that. Now, I do want to say this video is not for everybody, okay? This video is meant for a certain individual. Chances are, if you clicked on this video, you are that certain individual. But I want to make a few things clear. If you are lazy, okay, be honest with yourself here. If you are lazy and you're looking for an easy solution, this is not the video for you. Save yourself some time and click off this video. If your attention span is short, and you have TikTok brain, this is not for you. If you can't sit down for half an hour to an hour on such an informative video that could change the course of your life, that will, if you pay attention, then this is not for you. Go to TikTok, okay? Go scroll through videos. This is informative. This is valuable. This is not TikTok. If you constantly blame other factors in life, external factors, things out of your control, and you don't hold yourself accountable, this is not for you. And if you're okay with settling for average, if you're comfortable with the life you have, if you're comfortable with how you look, who you are, how you feel, how you walk through life, and the confidence you have, then this is not for you. This is for those that want to get better, that know they need to improve because they have a burning desire to become the best versions of themselves they can possibly be. If you're not willing to trade temporary discomfort for the best, the greatest version of yourself, then click off this video. Guys, nothing worth having is easy, and this is no different. It is difficult, but with the right steps, it is not only possible, but you can fast track your way there. But if you like comfort, if you're not willing to be uncomfortable for a certain period of time to achieve something great, then click off this video. This is not for you. Okay, now that the people who are supposed to be gone are gone, this is who the video was intended for. If you're ready to become an unfathomably confident version of yourself, this is for you. If you want to walk through life with that deep confidence that you know you can handle whatever is thrown to you, then this is for you. If you know you want to be a respected man, someone with an impressive physique, who makes an impressive first impression, this is for you. If you are ready to adopt the mindset of your greatest self, of the version that you know you could be, then this is for you. If you are ready to build discipline that will take your physique and your headspace to the next level, this is for you. That discipline and those habits make you who you are. So it's imperative that you lock these down, and these systems help you do that. If you're ready to become the greatest version of yourself you can be, then this is for you. Now, guys, here's the truth. If you adopt the correct mindset and you perfect and perform the correct actions, you can achieve anything your mind desires. I know how often we hear these words, but if you truly read it again, read it 3 times, read it 4 times, and you actually understand what that means, then you get it. You can do anything. Your limiting beliefs are the only thing stopping you. And this is something I've struggled with in the past. I've had limiting beliefs on who I was, what I was capable of, and I put limits on myself, guys. And there was a certain point where I got sick of that, and I had a few epiphanies in my life where I realized I should not have these limits on myself. If I'm willing to put in the work, I'm willing to make the sacrifices, and I'm willing to do what is necessary, there are no limiting beliefs. There are no limits. Guys, this journey is not easy. As I just stated, most people don't get to this point because they're simply not willing to do what they need to do to become who they need to be. It is not an easy journey, but it is 100% worth it. Now, also, misinformation online does not help. There's a lot of different opinions out there, and a lot of people are clickbaiting you, pulling you into their videos. Hence why I got rid of the TikTokers earlier, right? Because this video is informative. I don't hide nothing. I'm bringing everything I know to the table that helped me become who I want to be. And also, effort alone, guys, cannot get you to your goals. Effort is irreplaceable. You cannot deny effort. You cannot get here without it. But effort alone can make the journey inefficient. Your effort must be directed in the right direction. Your effort must get you farther than it could otherwise. You don't want your effort to be running around in circles. You want to go in a straight line towards your goals. But don't worry, I'm not going to let that happen to you. If you're on this video and you watch through the whole video and you buckle down and you take notes, which you should have a pen and paper, and you should be taking notes if you take this seriously. I'm not going to let you guys wander through making mistakes, okay? If you watch this video, you will know the most direct path to your goals. Here's food for thought, guys. If you truly do your best, you cannot fail. If you desire an outcome, you create a plan, and you execute on that plan, you will do what it takes, guys. The winners here do what it takes. They don't just quote unquote try their best. There's a difference between trying your best and doing what it takes. And oftentimes, doing what it takes your best. So your true best effort, not what you think is enough. Your true best effort is doing what it takes. The right mindset, the right habits, and the right system will give you the most direct path towards your goals. So if you have the right formula, if you have the right blueprint, and you put in the effort, you will not lose. The whole idea here, guys, is to give your effort more leverage, to make each unit of effort go farther for you and get you further towards your results that you want. If you want this person to be you, if you want to be the greatest version of yourself, I'll show you exactly how to develop the correct mindset, to make discipline the norm, to stick to these habits. I will teach you how to train correctly in the gym and not waste countless hours, because we all know somebody in a gym that we go to. We've seen them in the gym for months, maybe years, and we've seen them look the same. That person might be you, but after this video, that should not be you anymore. You want to make the hours count, so you need to make sure you're not wasting your time. You need to make sure that you're putting in the right effort, doing the right things to move the needle and get you further. I will teach you the steps to build the physique that will enhance your life. I will go over all areas that are required to create this physique. And I'll also go over the correct way of eating to fuel the mind, to fuel the body for optimal performance and results. Because nutrition is something that you cannot look over, and food is fuel. Now, guys, in case you don't know me, I'm going to give you a little backstory on who I am and how I got here. So again, I've always been the skinny kid. I've always been timid, shy, and quiet since a very young age. And I've basically completely flipped the script. I am the complete opposite of what I used to be. I used to be very introverted, scared of talking to people, awkward in social situations. And I know what that's like, guys. I do, because that used to be me. But through the past, decade, I've been able to recreate myself. When I went to college, I figured out who I was. It was a very transformative time in my life. And when I went to college, in those years, I became a personal trainer because after figuring it out and becoming who I wanted to be and taking the right steps and building the right habits, that's something I wanted to share with other people. I wanted to help people like me who were in my shoes, who knew they were destined for something better than they currently were. Now, guys, fitness transformed me in every aspect. The mentality you have, the mindset you walk through with life, and your physique are correlated, guys, okay? You can't develop one without developing the other. So the fitness and the mindset go hand in hand, and they each help each other and feed into each other and move the needle and help you get further along in this journey. You cannot be the greatest version of yourself if you are not in shape. And you cannot be in fantastic shape without the correct mindset to get you there. So guys, this is my system. The Dream Physique Ethos is what I built through my own trial and error of a decade in fitness, self-improvement, coaching, and education from me spending thousands of my own dollars on mentorship and certifications in a relentless pursuit of knowledge. I have decided to break all of this down for you guys in depth, in detail, so there are no questions, so you understand everything you need to do to achieve the dream physique. In the following steps, I will outline the entire process, A to Z, of what I did to accomplish these results, so that you can use my Dream Physique Ethos to pack on lean muscle and enhance your physique, enhance your mindset, and recreate yourself all in 90 days. These systems are meant to get you to your goals as quickly as possible because they cut out the trial and error. I give you guys my trial and error. I give you guys my previous clients' trial and error so that we can get you from point A to point B as quickly as possible. Now, guys, here's a process overview. These are the key pillars of the Dream Physique Ethos. These are the key pillars of my system. Number one, we're going to go over this in depth, but an overview is rewiring your brain. That's the first pillar. You need to develop a purpose. If you clicked on this video, self-development should be a purpose of yours. It should be something that drives you every single day. This should be something that you're obsessed with, okay? And if you don't have that purpose, then you need to develop it. You need to, because you're not going to get the results. You're not going to build the discipline and build the habits if you don't have that purpose. You need to destroy your limiting beliefs, guys. There are so many excuses all of us could make regarding our genetics, regarding our background, regarding our resources that we have access to. Guys, these are all in your head. Don't focus on what you can't control, okay? Your limiting beliefs feed into negativity. You cannot allow these to plague your mind. You need to remove these barriers, remove these limits so you can go beyond them, so you can ascend past them. You must realize why it is imperative to achieve your goals, guys. And again, I hope I weeded most of you out, who have an issue with this, but you need to have an obsessive drive to achieve your goals, to become the best version of yourself, the most charismatic, the most confident, the best looking, having the best physique. This is all a representation of you. You need to have pride about who you are and how you walk through life. It is imperative that you realize you must become the best version of yourself. Number 2, guys, we go over how to fuel the machine. We talk about nutrition for optimal physical performance and optimal cognitive performance, guys, because both are essential, okay? We want to optimize the brain and the body together cohesively so that we can become the most complete version of ourselves, so that we're the most intelligent, sharp, and best looking version of ourselves. Diving deeper in that, we go over proper timing of nutrition to get the best gym sessions and the best brain work every single day. And we talk about how to dial everything down and track things properly. If you're able to dial all these things, nutrition is a superpower. It's learning how to fuel your body, fuel your car, fuel your vehicle to perform the absolute best that it's capable of. And if you're not fueling correctly, you are not performing at your best. Another key pillar, guys, of the Dream Physique Ethos system is understanding how to train effectively, okay? All these pillars are crucial, but this is up there, okay? You need to train with intent. You need to know how to use intensity and proper technique. You need the right mindset in the gym. And you need to make sure that every rep, every hour you spend in the gym takes you further, okay? Time is our most valuable asset. We don't want to waste our time in the gym. We don't want to waste our effort and our energy in the gym doing stuff that doesn't benefit us and doesn't make us better. The best version of you knows how to train hard and give effort, but also knows how to train smart and make that effort go the furthest. That's how you become the best version of yourself in the gym. And guys, number 4, another absolutely key pillar of the Dream Physique Ethos is building adherence, guys. You can do all of these things, but if you're not able to stick with it and stick to the plan, I guarantee you're going to fail. You need to stick with it. This is what separates people long term, because a lot of people are not willing to put in the effort day in and day out because they don't want it bad enough and they don't have the purpose driving them. You need to stick to the plan. You need to form consistent habits that will transform you, and you need to have a relentless pursuit to overcome obstacles ahead of you, because challenges will arise. But if you are relentless in your pursuit in this journey to become the best version of yourself, then you will overcome these obstacles flawlessly, and you will crush them, and you'll move past them onto the best version of yourself that awaits on the other side. So let me go through the process of how I implemented this system. Okay, I was timid, I lacked confidence, I didn't like how the world viewed me, and frankly, I didn't like how I viewed myself. I didn't like my own self-image. Once I applied this system, this is how I was able to gain 40 pounds of lean mass. I was able to triple my numbers in the gym. I was able to transform the quality of my life as a result, because I chose to put in the work and stick to these systems to recreate myself. So guys, diving deep into rewiring your frame of mind. This is crucial. You need to develop purpose, okay? So many people that I've encountered in life, both people that I know closely and people that I just met, talk to me about how they don't feel a strong sense of purpose. Specifically people, around my age who went to college, who are trying to decide what they want to do for the rest of their lives. Like, I don't know, I'm just clueless. I feel like I'm floating. I feel like I'm drifting. And guys, this is not uncommon. You might feel this way, or you might know people that feel this way. The key with developing purpose is you need to become the man that is able to capitalize on opportunities that come your way. You may not have a definite purpose in terms of your career or your profession at this very moment, but you need to make damn sure that when an opportunity comes into your lap, you're prepared. You're the best version of yourself. You put in the work to be able to take this opportunity and go to the moon with it, guys. Your purpose, in short, should be self-development and becoming the greatest version of yourself. It should be your health. It should be your fitness. It should be educating yourself and learning. Guys, make your purpose you. Your career, your profession will never exceed your level of self-development. You need to become an extraordinary individual, and we're all capable of becoming an extraordinary individual, but it takes work, it takes smart work, and it takes intention. Wake up every day with intention to develop your purpose, to work on your purpose of becoming the greatest version of yourself. And I promise you, everything else in life will come secondary. Everything else in life will kind of just naturally fall into place. But first, you must work on you. You must become the version of yourself that's ready for what life throws at you. Guys, you must destroy limiting beliefs. I used to believe I was cursed as a hard gainer, that I couldn't gain the weight, that I couldn't do what I wanted to do, that I couldn't look how I wanted to look, that I couldn't talk to people, sell things, talk to girls how I wanted to talk to them. I thought I was cursed, guys, and it's normal to feel like that as a young man, but as you get older, you need to believe that this limiting belief is on your head, and if you put in the work and you practice, it's a skill, guys. Everything's a skill. And a skill is something you can work on and sharpen over time. You need to destroy the limiting beliefs. You're not big boned. You're not cursed to be fat. You don't have some crazy condition that you can't overcome that's going to curse you into being the way you are. And if you believe that, then you need to get rid of that ASAP. And this video might not be for you. You guys need to take responsibility and take full accountability for your life. When you blame things on external factors and you blame things on your life situation, like what's happened to you, you take a victim mindset, this only takes power away from you guys. When you accept full responsibility, you put the power in your hands. You say, it's my fault. Therefore, if I correct my actions, I can address this and improve upon this and make it better. You guys need to focus on what you can control by taking responsibility. Everything's your fault. If you didn't get the outcome that you wanted, you screwed up somewhere along the line. And you need to reflect, analyze your performance, analyze what you did, and where you can improve it. Once I started doing this, guys, it really helped me break through a lot of barriers that I was struggling to get past. It helped me break down certain walls in my life. You need to take responsibility. You need to put in the right efforts, the right inputs, in the right things, and the results will come. But if you have a limiting belief and you can't take responsibility and you can't accept that things are your fault, then there will always be things out of your control that throw you off track, and you'll always be a victim to life's external circumstances. Shit happens, guys, okay? But it's how we respond to it and how we take responsibility and how we adjust, pivot, and move forward. Guys, you need to have self-belief, okay? You will not accomplish anything that you don't believe you can accomplish, all right? We've all seen examples of this in real life, of people who speak outlandishly. I'm going to use an example of Conor McGregor, okay? He believed he would be who he was far before he became who he was. That's why people hated on him in the beginning. They said, look at this brash, arrogant guy. He's going to get crushed. And he made it to the top, guys, because he believed in himself. You need to have an offensive mindset in life. You need to attack life. Every day you wake up is a blessing. Every day you have breath in your lungs is a blessing. And you need to take advantage of that. You need to wake up and move forward and get things done. And you need to move forward with an offensive mindset, guys. Give yourself some tasks and hit them every day with real intent, with real fire in your blood, guys. And you need to set a clear goal. Guys, if you have a goal and you don't have a plan backing that goal up, how are you going to reach it? If you don't have a clear goal, you don't have a vision for where you want to go, you are a drifter. You are drifting through life. You cannot drift and expect to drift to where you want. You are putting it all in the current. You are letting the current take you wherever it wants to go. Go back to that offensive mindset. You steer the boat. You must row the boat. You must push yourself and pull yourself where you want to go. So you need to have a clear goal, and you need to have a plan that backs it up to accomplish it. You need to have the steps laid out in front of you. You need to have the right systems to get you there. Reframe your mind, guys. Rewire your brain. We can all program our brain. Our brain is programmable. And once you realize that, you can shift your mindset. I am the complete opposite of what I used to be. Because when I recognize that this could change up here, I recognize everything in my life could change, and I could be whoever the hell I decided I wanted to be, okay? So reframe your mind, implement these into your mindset. That is step one. That is pillar one of the Dream Physique Ethos. Next up, guys, is fueling the machine, okay? And guys, these photos that you see on all of these slides are examples of people who have implemented the systems that I'm preaching right now, that have implemented the Dream Physique Ethos. This is Sam right here. He went from benching one plate to benching 430 pounds, okay? And he couldn't do that without fueling himself the right way. Guys, food is fuel. You need to look at it that way. Food is not just stuff you put in your mouth to experience pleasure, okay? Food fuels your cognitive performance, it fuels your physical performance, and it builds you, okay, from the inside out. So first, guys, and again, make sure you have your notebooks open, make sure you're taking notes, okay? First, we need to understand macronutrients. We have protein, we have carbs, and we have fats, okay? You need to make sure you're intaking enough protein on a daily basis. If you aim for your body weight in protein per grams, that's a good start, okay? So if I weigh 185 pounds, I want to ingest at least 185 grams of protein per day, regardless if I'm trying to gain weight or lose weight. Protein is gonna consist of an array of amino acids, 9 essential amino acids that help repair your tissues and serve a lot of other functions within the body. So you need protein, you need a sufficient amount if you wanna build muscle, guys. And you should wanna build muscle no matter if your goal is getting leaner or building mass. You need muscle mass to do both if you want to gain the weight or lose the weight correctly. Guys, carbs are fuel, okay? They're the undisputed king of energy within the human body. Carbs are going to fuel your workouts. They're going to help fill your muscles with glycogen, which is essentially energy and fuel for your muscles that you're going to use throughout your weight training sessions or endurance and running sessions, okay? They are your body's fuel. Fats, guys. Now, these are often overlooked, but you want to be getting a certain amount of fats in every day because they're going to encourage certain things in the body to function properly, like your hormone levels, okay? If you completely go zero fats, you're probably going to absolutely tank your testosterone levels, guys, and that's going to affect you massively, both your mindset and your physique, okay? So you need a good ratio of everything, and we'll get into that. Now, calorie intake, guys. You need to determine the correct calorie intake, okay? Step one of doing this is finding your maintenance calories and then either adding or subtracting accordingly. For reference, guys, if you have maintenance calories here and you want to gain a pound a week is going to be an extra 500 calories a day. Now, on the flip side, if this is your maintenance and you want to lose a pound a week, you want to be in a deficit of 500 calories a week as well, or a weekly total of 3,500 calories. This is proven, guys. This is the law of thermodynamics. If you control your calories, you will see your weight fluctuate in the direction that you want it. And as you gain weight or as you lose weight and you run into plateaus, this is where you need to adjust calories, okay? If you've been gaining weight for, let's say, 5 weeks and then your body stops gaining on that amount of calories, you need to bump them up again, okay? So adjust your calories, manipulate them to help you move further along your goals. And then, guys, regarding progress tracking with the calories, you want to take progress photos and you want to make sure you're weighing in on a weekly basis. I personally weigh in every single day just because I like to check my weight, but you need to weigh in at least weekly to monitor how your body's responding to the nutrition you're feeding it. Now, guys, food selection, this is important, okay? Cut out the processed garbage, okay? You want to aim for nutrient-dense foods, whole foods that will actually fuel your body with the micronutrients that you need to function properly, okay? If you're living off of processed foods, there's a lot of additives in there that are not good for you. There's a lot of fillers in there. And if you structure your diet around nutrient-dense foods and whole foods, you'll be getting in way more vitamins and minerals, and you'll be well nourished instead of well fed, okay? You need to make sure you're fueling the body properly. Your body needs, if you have vitamin and mineral deficiencies, that's going to affect you massively. That's going to hurt your testosterone. It's going to hurt how you feel on a daily basis, not just in the gym. You might feel that cognitively too. So make sure you're structuring. I like to structure my diet with certain core foods, right? You have your protein choices. I like to go with lean ground beef or steak, chicken, eggs, and fish. These make up 90% of my diet in regards to protein. And then regarding carbs, you want to go for, you can get flexible here. My main staple carb is white rice. It digests well. It's going to be well responded to by the majority of people, but pasta's an option. Rice, bread, these are options, but you want to find what works best for you. And if you don't know where to start, rice is a great option, especially pre-workout, post-workout. It's digested well, and it's going to be a good fuel source for you, carb-wise. And then fats, guys, you want to go for foods that are good fats, okay? Try to avoid seed oils. Try to avoid, don't be afraid of butter. Avocados, nuts, these are great sources of fat, okay? You want to ingest quality sources of fat because this is absolutely essential to having healthy hormone levels, which affect how you feel mentally and how you feel physically and your muscle growth as well. And guys, regarding food selection, I'm not saying you have to completely cut out all the food, all the quote unquote bad stuff, okay? You can enjoy a donut here and there, okay? I hate to say it, but you can, okay? Apply the 80-20 rule. 80% of your caloric intake should be from whole foods, nutritious foods, and you can save 20% at the end of the day for a little bit of ice cream if you really want it, okay? And you will still, as long as you're on point with your calories, continue moving towards your goals. Now guys, meal timing, okay? Meal timing is important for getting the most out of your daily calories and making them work the best for you. So what I mean by this is most carbs should be utilized around your workout, okay? I'd say 2 hours to an hour and a half before your workout, you want to get a hefty meal of carbs in, okay? This is going to convert into glycogen and make sure you're properly carbed up for your workout. So you're getting good pumps, so your muscles have the products they need to produce energy and to be strong and to be fueled for each workout. And also so they can prepare and repair properly, okay? So before the workout, about 2 hours before, and then after the workout, within 2 hours, you should get some carbs in as well. And these should be the heftiest carbohydrate doses of your day. Now guys, for cognitive enhancement, I personally like to avoid a lot of carbs early in the morning. Now, if you're training, that's a different story. Try to get some carbs in. But personally, I think if you get too many carbs in, we've all eaten a ton of pasta and felt a little bit lethargic and a little bit tired, okay? I like to stay relatively light earlier on in the day. Now, you can still ingest protein, okay? I recommend that you dose your protein throughout the day. And I do start in the morning. I recommend you start in the morning so that you're actually able to hit your total protein for the day. But for pure cognitive performance, for deep work, when you really need to sit down and focus, I don't like having a lot of carbs in my system. I don't like having too many calories in my system. So I keep it light earlier on the day, knock out the mental tasks that I need to knock out, and then before I train, I get a big feed in. Again, if you're training early in the morning, that is a little bit different. Try to get a little bit of carbs in before. Now guys, phase 2 of the Dream Physique Ethos continued. When we're fueling the machine, we need to understand nutrition will change our physique. It'll change the way our brain functions as well. Now, calories are extremely important. They're king, as I stated earlier, in terms of determining where your body weight goes and whether you add muscle mass or you're losing body fat. A few apps that I recommend to my clients are MyFitnessPal and Chronometer. Guys, these apps will help you track your calories and give you a tool to make sure you're eating a consistent amount of food every day. Okay, Chronometer will track your micronutrients, like your vitamins and minerals as well. So I like Chronometer for that. But MyFitnessPal is something I've used for 6+ years. Some of my clients have used it for many years on end, and it's a great app. It's free, so there's no excuse for not tracking your calories, guys. And if you're not seeing the results you want to see and you're not tracking, then what are you doing? Do you really want this? Because I question that. And guys, another way to track and be more accurate is having a food scale as well, because a lot of times people try to eyeball things and they don't eyeball correctly, okay? So I recommend food scales to weigh out your proteins, weigh out your foods, and make sure that you're eating an accurate amount so that you're tracking as accurately as possible. And guys, just be diligent with the tracking. It's really not as much of a pain in the ass as people make it out to believe. Once you get used to it, it'll take a few minutes out of your day. Now, a few tips I have for being in a surplus versus a deficit, okay, in regards to bulking or cutting. If you are trying to gain lean muscle mass, right? I was an extreme quote unquote hard gainer. It was hard for me to eat enough because I had a small appetite and my metabolism was high, okay? Now, truth is, I don't care if your metabolism is high. If you want to gain muscle mass, this is what you have to do. You have to eat in a calorie surplus. If you are finding it hard to hit your calories for the day, you need to go for more calorie dense foods, okay? So foods that don't take up a lot of space, that have a lot of calories, okay? A burger is gonna have a lot more calories for the amount of food you're eating than, a plate of vegetables and chicken breast, okay? So be smart with this. Go with foods that are higher in fat, because like we talked about earlier on the slide, fats have over double the calories that protein and carbs do for the same weight. So up your fats if you're trying to gain muscle mass, if you're trying to add body weight, but aim for calorie dense foods, okay? And a lot of times calorie dense foods have more fat in them. Another tip that I utilize heavily was liquid calorie, guys. Liquid calories will help you not feel so full, yet ingest a lot more calories. If you guys are drinking calories, it's gonna be a lot easier to sneak in an extra 500 a day. You can make a smoothie. For my guys trying to gain weight, you can have some orange juice, pre-workout, post-workout. That's fantastic. That's an extra 220 calories right there. So utilize liquid calories to help you gain weight. And if you're cutting, go for higher volume foods, more vegetables, more foods with a lot of fiber, high protein diets that are gonna keep you full, and avoid liquid calories, okay? Now, I do want to touch on supplements. Supplements will not replace good sleep, good training, and quality nutrition. However, supplements have their place, okay? I recommend all my clients take creatine monohydrate. Monohydrate specifically, there's tons of research on it. And if you guys want to give yourself an edge in the gym and be a little bit stronger, then creatine is going to be a useful asset to you, okay? If you're on the fence about it, you think you're going to lose your hair, you're afraid of it, none of that's going to happen. But if you're really that concerned, check with your primary care physician, check with your doctor, and run it by them. But I highly recommend creatine. Protein powder can be great if you're struggling to hit your calories, or even for me, if you're a busy guy and you're on the go a lot, having a protein shake with you will help you get in a lot of extra protein for very minimal effort, and you can bring it on the go with you. It's very convenient, okay? Now, vitamins and minerals. Guys, the best case here is to take your blood work and see what you're deficient in, okay? That's how you're gonna patch your deficiencies. However, with that being said, it never hurts to take a multivitamin, to take some vitamin D, to take some magnesium, okay? Take some fish oil, because these are things that we're commonly deficient in. You guys, touching on pre-workouts and caffeine, these are absolutely unnecessary, but I personally do feel like they help both in mental performance and physical performance in the gym, okay? I do feel like they do make a difference. However, do not think they're necessary, and if you function well off of them, then you don't need them, okay? Now, guys, we are on effective training in the Dream Physique Ethos system, okay? This pillar, this phase is absolutely crucial, and a lot of people get this wrong, and this is where a lot of people could actually fill the gaps and make the biggest difference in becoming the version of themselves they want to be. Guys, training quality is so important, okay? Now, a few key factors with training quality. You guys need to make sure you're lifting with intensity, with proper technique, and with intention, okay? These three things are essential when you're trying to build muscle and actually induce change in your body. Guys, intensity is referring to how strenuous the exercise is, how much tension it places on your muscles, and, in the most direct way, how much weight is on the bar, okay? You need to make sure you're progressively overloading. This term is thrown around a lot. I'm not sure how well it is understood, but it's quite simple. You need to make sure you're getting stronger over time, that your body can handle more over time. So you need to be adding weight to the bar. Again, this is prefaced with great technique, okay? You need to make sure you're not just throwing weight around for the sake of it. You need to make sure you're lifting this weight with intention, with perfect technique, and with a purpose, okay? Now, as far as structure of training, I highly recommend, especially if you're newer to the gym, and even if you're an experienced lifter, you need to structure your training around compound movements that you can load pretty heavily, that work a large amount of muscle and a lot of different muscle groups, okay? So for instance, that's the squats, that's the presses, those are your rows, your pulls. You need to make this the bulk of your training, and you need to make sure your technique is amazing on these. You need to make sure you're pushing yourself hard on these and that you are hitting them frequently enough, okay? So a lot of people ask questions regarding training structure. What's the best split? To be honest, guys, there is no best split. Aim to hit each muscle group 2 times a week, okay? That's the gold standard. Some muscle groups that are a bit smaller, like the arms, you can hit them 3 times a week, no problem, okay? But you need to make sure you're hitting them with at least 2 times a week in frequency to see the growth you want to see. And whatever split allows you to do that, just go with that split, okay? You just need to be consistent with this split, and you need to make sure you're getting stronger over time. Push-pull legs works great. Arnold split works great. Upper lower works great. I've done them all. They all work great. It's whichever one you enjoy the most that you're able to stick with and be consistent with, and the one that you're able to get stronger with as well. Now, guys, we need to touch on recovery as well, okay? Recovery can mean a lot of different things, but a lot of people get too fixated on certain supplements or Theraguns and whatnot. Guys, diet and nutrition is going to help you recover immensely. If your body's inflamed all the time and your health is poor because you're eating poor foods and you're not fueling properly, you're not going to recover to the best of your ability. And then you're going to go into your training sessions feeling terrible, feeling weaker than the last time, which should not happen. So make sure your diet and your nutrition is on point. Make sure your sleep quality is on point. Try to get at least 6 to 7 hours, okay? Now, I understand you get busy. Make sure at least the quality of the sleep is good, and try to get to bed before midnight, okay? The hours before midnight are what really count, and I notice, and my clients notice, when they get to bed before 12 at night, they wake up the next day feeling more rested, even if they didn't get that much sleep. But guys, make sure your sleep quality is good. Get more sleep if you can. It's going to benefit you, both cognitively and in the gym. And guys, active recovery. A lot of people think the best way to recover is to sit on your ass. The best way to recover is to do some sitting on your ass, but also to make sure you're moving and getting blood flow, guys. So walking, okay? No matter what, if you're bulking or you're cutting, I recommend you get 10,000 steps a day in. This is going to be huge in making sure you're circulating properly, you're actually training your heart, and you're being active enough, okay? You need general activity, low intensity activity throughout the day to recover at your max, okay? So sitting on your ass is not the way to recover. Move your body around. Light activity will help you recover from these intense sessions. Now, guys, mindset in the gym. This one's heavily misunderstood. A lot of clients have come to me, heartbroken or depressed. Guys, channel these emotions to fuel your workouts. These emotions can be channeled into something positive. At the end of the day, everything is energy, and we can direct this energy. We have control to direct this energy how we want to direct it and to fuel certain things. And the gym is no different. The gym's the best example of this. If you guys are hurt or you guys are happy, no matter what emotion you're feeling, channel it into the gym. Give it your all, okay? It's not about going into the gym and doing the movements, going through the motions. That's why intention is so important. You need to go in there, and really goes back to that purpose as well. Have that purpose that motivates you. Be driven by something, okay? Know why you're in there in the first place, guys. You need to know why you're in the gym in the first place. You're in there to build yourself. You're in there to challenge yourself. So make sure that when you're in the gym, your mindset is offensive. You're attacking the weights. You guys are training with intensity, okay? You guys are training with laser-like focus. You should not be scrolling through TikTok or Instagram between your sets. You should be locked in. You should be focused. This is no different than any other tasks that you want to do correctly and you want to do to the best of your ability. The gym is no different. You need to go in there focused on a mission, ready to attack the weights, ready to execute the game plan with the right mindset, a focused mindset, and a locked-in mindset, guys. Now, continuing and furthering effective training, guys. Your proximity to failure is important. You need to avoid junk volume. This is a mistake that I've made. This is a mistake I've seen so many people make. And again, it goes back to intensity and just maybe scrolling on your phone between sets and whatnot. You need to avoid that. You need to make sure when you're doing sets, maybe besides warm-up sets, when you're doing your working sets, you need to make sure you're pushing them hard, that they're actually doing something to you. Muscle does not just want to grow randomly, okay, unless you have a myostatin deficiency. Muscle does not just grow out of thin air magically. It takes effort, guys. You have to get uncomfortable and push your body to grow. It does not want to grow by default, okay? So avoid junk volume. Junk volume is just going in the gym and doing a set and walking away like nothing happened. That should not be the case. You need to go in. You need to train hard, guys. You need to push yourself on these sets. You need to make sure that you're at least getting somewhat close to failure, okay? If you're not even close to failing, if you have like 20 plus reps left in the tank, 10 plus reps left in the tank, then you're wasting your time. You need to push these sets hard and chase failure and get pretty close to it. I'm not saying take yourself to failure every set, okay? But especially on isolation movements like curls, like working your shoulders, working your back, certain movements are better for pushing to failure. The ones I would avoid pushing to failure would be your heavier lifts, your squats, your deadlifts, your bench presses, okay? You should be getting somewhat close. These should be very intense because you can load them very heavily, but you don't want to push to failure because you could get injured on these exercises if your form breaks down. So you always want to do the squat, bench, and deadlift with great technique and with precision, and you don't want to make those lifts ugly. They should not get ugly. Guys, intelligent training, you need to maintain your body like a car. With the right systems in place regarding training, you'll be able to maintain your car and help it push heavier weights, help your joints sustain the load that they're carrying. And you need to be doing the right accessory movements, okay? You don't want your body to be unbalanced. You don't want certain muscles to be overpowering others because that will leave you running into injury down the line. So you need to make sure you're training intelligently, training smart, and that you're taking care of your body, okay? The gym should make you stronger, make your body more resilient, not weaker and more injury prone. Now guys, this can get really deep, effective training. I want to give you guys the absolute essentials, okay? But there are other variations you can do if you feel like your tendons are getting tight. This basically helps maintain the body a little bit, which is just changing the tempo, changing the variations, and biasing certain ranges of motion. Okay, so that could be partial reps, that could be slow eccentrics, that could be a close grip press or a supinated bench press instead of your classic overhand bench press. By manipulating these variables, you're not only able to prime recovery and make it better, you're also able to grow certain muscles that may be stubborn. I know I've had a lot of stubborn muscle groups throughout the years, and certain variations can really be the difference maker in blowing those muscles up and evening out your physique and sculpting your body the way you want it to look. All right, guys, coming down to adherence, the last pillar of the Dream Physique Ethos. This is the single most important aspect, simply because you can't achieve anything if you don't stick to it with consistency. You need to make sure your habits stay there long term, or else you're wasting your time, guys. This is where most people fail. This is where you separate yourself from the majority, because the majority do not see the results they want to see. We are not here to be the majority. If you're watching this video, and especially if you're this far, you are not the majority. So don't fall into this trap. You need to stick to your habits and adhere to them, okay? And again, that all begins with reframing the mind. This needs to be your purpose. Your self-development needs to be your purpose. You becoming the greatest version of yourself is not some optional thing. This is something that drives you, that you're obsessed with, and that fuels you when you go to the gym. Every single rep improves you. Every single rep builds you up a little bit closer to your goals. That's why you're in there. That's why you're eating properly, because you have tunnel vision and you have a certain vision for who you want to be, and you're building that vision day by day. So reframing your mind will help you stick to things long term. Now, accelerating the process, okay? Guys, phenomenal results, amazing results are possible for all of you, okay? They're possible for me. I've done it. My clients have done it. You've seen all these photos of my clients transform themselves. If you are consistent with your habits, the more consistent you can be, the faster you will get the results. That is the fast track, guys. flip the freaking switch, man. Flip the switch in your brain. If you can stay consistent and not stumble so often, if you're able to stay laser focused, you will get to your goals far faster than the other guys. Because think of it, how many times, this could be you, this could be someone you know, how many times you see someone set out on a journey, say they have a certain goal to do something or to look a certain way or to be somebody, and they keep screwing up along the way. They keep taking steps back. They take a few steps forward, they take a few steps back. And they're in this constant, this constant zone where they're not able to really break through and push forward and make progress. You guys don't want to be in this limbo. You guys want to be able to accelerate past these barriers, barrier after barrier after barrier. That's how you get to where you want to go. And guys, if you can just stay consistent when it's hard, when you don't feel like it, and you go back to your purpose and reframing the mind and why you're here in the first place, that's what will help you stay consistent. That's what will accelerate you forward at speeds that other people don't experience, because they're not able to stick to the habits. They're not able to keep their word with themselves, okay? Stick to your word. Guys, make a commitment. Flip the switch. And guys, like I touched on earlier, you have to be able to delay gratification. You're not going to see results overnight. You need to have faith in these habits. You need to believe in them. You need to believe in yourself and what you're doing with all of your heart, with all of your being. You must sacrifice for your future self, guys. Discipline is the greatest form of self-love. Okay, if you're watching, you're this far, I love you, and you need to love you, and you need to prove it to yourself that you love yourself by adhering to these habits, because the version of you that you want to be will be so proud of you when you accomplish that. Okay, you will never regret becoming that version of yourself, but you will regret not becoming that version of yourself. So love yourself by being disciplined and by sticking to these habits. Guys, you need to be able to do these habits without seeing instant results. I did not see instant results. Cam here, who got shredded and added 20 pounds of lean muscle, did not see instant results. None of these guys saw instant results, but they stuck to it long enough to start seeing results. And once you start seeing results, that is the most addictive feeling, the most gratifying feeling you can possibly imagine, because now you can see what you're working towards. Now you're getting closer to your goals. The vision is starting to become real. You guys need to get to that point and push past that point and keep going forward. Guys, have faith in the process. Push yourself in this journey, because every great transformation, every time someone recreates themselves, they have to put in work for a period without seeing instant results. You need to believe in the work. Guys, we're building the greatest version of yourself. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not easy, but it's 100% worth it. Guys, these systems helped me. These systems have helped countless others elevate their physique, confidence, and mindsets to different heights, to heights that I never imagined I could reach. These systems helped develop me into a man that, I admire, I respect now, and that others admire. The way when I meet people, the first impressions, guys, having seen both sides, it's very, very polar opposite. They're very polarizing. You guys can really take yourself to new heights if you apply yourself. And guys, you can recreate yourself and meet the greatest you all within 90 days. Through these systems, you guys can fast track your progress. So now that you understand exactly how this process works, I have an offer for you. If you're skinny fat, or chubby, or you're not happy with your life or how you feel mentally, you're not happy with your body, who you see in the mirror, you're not happy with your confidence and how you approach life and how you walk through life, if you have a strong desire to become the greatest man you can possibly be, if you want to discover and fulfill your potential, and you're prepared to recreate yourself, you're prepared to put in the work, you're ready to see that man in the mirror that you want to be, that you know you can be, and you're tired of what you are currently, if you're ready to apply systems that work and get you from point A to point B as fast as possible, then this is for you guys. If you want to add 30 pounds of lean muscle, build unrecognizable confidence, and fast track your way to becoming the greatest version of yourself in 90 days or less, click down in the description. We can book a one-on-one meeting and we can get you started towards becoming the greatest version of yourself.